Let's stay with the Ministry of the Interior because the IGP says investigations on the police recruitment fraud requires more than 6 months of work. He indicated the team required 42 days initially, but he asked for an extension of their time.
13 policemen, including COP Patrick Timbela, in March, were interdicted in a police recruitment scam. 6 months on, the police is yet to come up with reports on the investigations. At a Meet the Press by the Interior Ministry, Inspector General of Police, responding to a question, said the case was currently at a service inquiry stage.
The matter is still under service inquiry. You may note that this involve so many people throughout the country, and due process sometimes take time because you have to call witnesses and from all over the country, and since it's an independent inquiry, I think I can only say that it's still under service inquiry.
Not satisfied with his answer, other journalists wanted to know why it should take 6 months for action to be taken on the matter.
It can be extended by the Inspector General of Police. Remember, in all these cases, the officers are already on interdiction. Dockets have been forwarded to the Attorney General. So be reassured that nothing will be done to shield anyone within our service that is found culpable.
Over 600 Ghanaians have been swindled in the recruitment scam case. The 13 policemen involved in the case have been on interdiction since March.
Right, so let's stay on this issue a little longer. The Executive Director of the Ghana Integrity Initiative, Mr. Vitus Azim, has just joined us on the phone. Mr. Azim, grateful for your time tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's start from here. The concerns were worrying that there's been delay in the release of the report. Today, the IGP says we need more than 6 months to work. I even asked for a further extension in order to ensure due diligence. We should rest assured we'll get something out of that.
Well, it is always good to get those assurances. But we also need to look at the effect of such delays. You know, Ghana Integrity Initiative released a press statement last month calling for the release of the report into the investigations of the Commissioner of Shrine.
Right.
And the issues are the same. When you have suspended a person and the person is sitting at home for 6 months, not knowing his or her fate, that alone has some effect on the person. But on the government side, you see, we want to see the end of this. And 6 months is a very long time. When you are appointing a committee, you give it a number, a period. And even if there's a need for them to ask for extension, the extension should be such that it doesn't cause too much delay. Now, when you delay so much, people begin to start asking questions and it raises eyebrows. Oh, is it that somebody wants to sit on the report? Why is it taking so long? And so to get the confidence of the people in the report when it finally comes out, it's important that this thing is done promptly. And in choosing your committee member, there should be people that are available, will be willing to sacrifice their time to do this thing very fast.
And so 6 months, you think that the IGP perhaps has asked for too much time?
Yeah, I think it was shorter than he's not asking for 2 extra months, right? But 6 months is already a very long time. And then asking for another 2 months.
Now, if indeed the police needed the month they're talking about, whether it is 6 months, whether it's 8 months, whether it's 10 months, and we're sure we'll get good work done, should we be worried about it?
Well, as I explained, Yes, we want to be fair to the persons accused. But we also want that one of the serious things about fighting crime and corruption is to ensure speedy investigations into credible allegations of corruption and crime. Speedy in the sense that it will help the people involved, but also on the side, it will continue to generate public confidence in whatever is going on. Then it also costs money. When you have committees sitting, definitely we spend money to pay them, sit allowances and all that. So these are things that we have to take into consideration. And so we should still be worried because we think that 6 months is rather getting too long, and now they're even asking for additional time.
Could our worries have been dealt with if perhaps an independent body had been made to investigate this apart from the police itself?
Well, I think from what the Inspector General said, it is an independent body. I think that's what he said. So that serves to address one aspect of the worry. But the delay too is the other aspect of the worry. Yes, we have an independent body. But if the independent body takes unnecessarily too long, I mean, people begin to wonder what is the work, how much work is involved so that it takes so long. And especially if there are also, I mean, like I said, some costs that go with it. Some benefits that go with it for the committee, for example. I mean, there are things that raise eyebrows, and we should try to do everything possible to avoid people questioning the processes.
We're grateful for your time tonight. Mr. Vitus Azim is the Executive Director of Ghana Integrity Initiative, talking about the police issue of recruitment and the IGP's insistence that, of course, there is somewhere going, and it will definitely get to the close of it. We'll tell you more about that particular one, but of course you get a chance to speak to us back on this particular issue and others that we'll be raising here when you join us on phone on 0302 763 450. Great. Now let's stay on the big one. The Accra High Court has struck out the application filed by some 14 judges and magistrates contesting the legality of the committee constituted to investigate the bribery scandal in the service. Now, the judges who were cited in the corruption scandal also had their injunction application dismissed, giving the 5-member committee the opportunity to investigate them. Now, let's listen to John Ndebugre. He's the lead counsel for the 14 judges.
The 14 judges and magistrates who are part of some 34 judges and 80 court officials who were cited in a video by Anas Aremiyao Anas for taking bribe wanted the court to stop the 5-member committee from investigating them. According to the judges, the committee set up by the Judicial Council has no mandate to investigate and sanction them. They argued it is only a court of competent jurisdiction that must try them, and if found guilty could be sanctioned accordingly. Presiding Judge Justice Gertrude Tokonu concluded the committee can carry on with its work without any hindrance. One of the lead counsels of the judges, John Akbaribo Ndebugri, said they disagree with the ruling.
I'm entitled to disagree with her conclusions, except that I'm not allowed to say that. I've congratulated my learned friend, Acting Solicitor General, and I'm saying that what has happened, she has crossed a stream, but there's a big river ahead. I'm entitled to disagree with her conclusions, except that I'm not allowed to say that she can go to hell. I can't say so, but I can disagree with her. We are now going to consult our clients, and then if they say we should appeal, we will appeal. If they say no, let's forget it, we will forget it. The High Court is constituted by one person. There's a higher court, which is constituted by 3 persons. There's still yet a higher court, the highest court, constituted by 5 persons, sometimes 7, sometimes 9. The point is to exhaust the legal process, and then the truth will come out. We, the lawyers, have the capacity. We are willing and able. Oh, you are looking at my feet. I'm not trembling. Why will I be disappointed? You see, when this building is solid, it was built many years ago, before many of us were born, but it is still solid. So when you have a solid foundation, you don't really shake.
Joining the brigadier affirming he is solid and strong and firm on the ground. But let's stay on this issue, but another twist to it, because the lawyers for Justice Peter Derry have petitioned the Judicial Service on the contempt charges filed against some individuals and organizations. The case, according to them, was scheduled to be heard on October 12, but ruling was given today, September 29. Justice Peter Derry caused a contempt application against Anas Aremeyao, the acting editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide, editor of the New Crusading Guide, chief executive officer, Star FM, and Media Foundation for West Africa. Now, this was in relation to the showing of the investigative video released by Anas, which implicated some 34 judges and 80 court officials. Now, according to the lawyers, the ruling came as a shock to them, since they are reliably informed the respondents in the matter have not been served, and also none of the respondents has filed an affidavit opposing their motion paper. This, they say, is a clear violation of their client's right to be heard in court. They have therefore been directed by their client to petition the Chief Justice to investigate the matter. So the lawyers are not too happy about the fact that they were waiting for a ruling on October 12, but today we're told the case was heard and there was a ruling. We're trying to reach Charles Benton, one of the legal persons in the issue, to speak to. And that's how we wrap up for the big one.